I'm going to do a experience report on GBL if I'm able to do that. I say if I'm able to do that because I've only got 2 experiences to actually report into. One experience is low dose, the other is high dose. So yeah, this will probably be short. Right. So I took the GBL about 3 weeks ago. Initially was the first time I tried it. This was the lower dose experience. I only had 1 mil of this substance, and to be honest, at first with 1 mil I was pretty underwhelmed. Like, I got the start of the effects about 10 minutes in, felt very, very, very mild physical differences, but nothing noteworthy. About 30 minutes in or so, I started to feel slightly relaxed, quite a physically weird, like very, very slight amplification of tactile sensations around the body. So yeah, the low dose experience was alright. The only thing with that is when I'd taken a mil, it did put me in a bit of a better mood, even just a mil, and immediately, well, not immediately, but fairly quickly, maybe 20 something minutes in, I felt both a want and a need to redose. So I can't really speak for GBL, but it seems like it'd be a fairly addictive one. Like, yeah, I could feel that it was making my body feel a little bit better, and I definitely wanted to redose. Now, my second experience was, I think, all in all, about 5 mils of GBL. I started by dosing myself with 3 mils of GBL, and about 10 minutes in, I felt the same level of sedation and relaxation that I did when I had the 1 mil, but 30 minutes into the 1 mil experience is how it would compare. I found that yeah, I was feeling quite nice, quite good sensations. About 30 minutes in, it started to kick in pretty hard, and I felt pretty fucking good, like pretty fucking relaxed. My brain was slowed down significantly. I felt as though I was sort of melting into everything, like the tactile sensations had increased quite a lot. My body felt amazing. I can definitely see why it's thought of as a sex drug. It definitely makes you feel good in the genitals. Sorry to be so crude. But yeah, it basically would be the perfect sex drug. It gets rid of all of your anxieties at that kind of level, gives an enhanced amount of tactile experience, makes your body feel extremely relaxed. I mean, like, I could just feel like weird little energy coming through my body. I could feel when I touch myself, like, I don't know, just like a really strong tickling sensation. Probably 3 or 4 times more than your normal sensation. Maybe even more than that. But yeah, really, really good enhancement of my tactile sensation. I found that at this dose it was not hard to function, not too hard to function anyway. I found that I was a little bit sloppy on my balance, that I'd walk forward or backwards a little bit and not stumble, just sort of misplace my foot in. Everything was quite silly because I was nicely relaxed and sedated. And yeah, I've got to say, I didn't think I'd be into this kind of thing, but I found that to be a pretty good chemical actually. A few hours in, the effects were a lot more pronounced, and I was starting to feel really, really sedated. About half an hour after that, the effects were starting to fade, and the need to redose was there. Took another 2 mils. About 10 minutes later, felt extremely sedated. Like, it was really, really, really fucking good. The only problem was I could sort of feel my breathing being slowed down a lot. I felt like when I was breathing, it was nice. It was a nice sensation, but I don't think it was good for my breathing. It felt like every time I breathed, I was breathing a lot heavier and a lot slower. But the way that my chest felt when I did it, I don't know, it was just pure ecstasy. It was kind of heroic, to be honest. It was really, really nice sensations body wide. I remember hugging myself quite a lot and messing around with my pillows and trying all kinds of different textures on myself. I really liked fluffy textures when I was on the GBL, but it was a little worrying, the breathing, even while I was on it. Like, I was relaxed enough to be like, oh, well, I'm gonna die, it's all good. But, yeah, it was just a little bit worrying. Anyways, that's pretty much all I've got to say about GBL. I would say, in my conclusion, for me personally, that I can see it being a fairly addictive drug. The tightness and weirdness of the chest was worrying, but it was definitely a really, really fun experience. Didn't suffer withdrawals as such, felt a little strange the next day when I had the 5 mils in total, but I didn't really feel incredibly withdrawn. I didn't feel the need to redose during the next day, but I certainly felt the need to redose both times whilst I was under the influence, and I can see how one could easily overdose by redosing and redosing on the same experience. I can also see people wanting to get really, really high, not have been taking it for a while, and just, instead of like how I did, taking the 3 mils, taking, for example, 5 mils at once. And I think 5 mils at once would hit you too hard. I think it would really fuck your breathing up. I think it could be potentially dangerous. Anyways, that was my experience report on GBL. Hope you enjoyed it.